It's very hard and sad, and I don't know. I really don't know. Because the situation of losing someone, it's hard. You don't know where the person is, you can't reach the person, and in which condition is this person in, you know? It's horrible and it has destabilized humanity. It's really not fair.
Ovigwe Eguegu, who is a geopolitical analyst and policy advisor, he joins me from Abuja. Talk to us first about why are insurgents targeting this area? What is it that they want?
Yeah, thanks for having me. So you have to understand that this is insurgency in northern Mozambique or northeast Mozambique is concentrated in Cabo Delgado, which is a province in the country that borders the Indian Ocean. And that part of the country is resource rich. It's just been discovered not so long ago, by a few years ago, that there's enormous natural gas reserves, off the offshore of Cabo Delgado. But one thing you have to understand is that the potential, energy potential and the resource, source of revenue rather, is making that part of the country very, very vital for the economic future of Mozambique. And perhaps one of the biggest single investment in Africa in many decades, $60 billion dollars. As this attack was even taking place, there is a part of Cabo Delgado where you have Total currently stationed. They're supposed to commence their operation in January. They postponed it for security reasons. And then I think they recently just commenced operation. So to hear of such an attack is so devastating and such an economic threat as well as a security threat to the future of Mozambique.
So what can the government realistically do to protect civilians?
The government will have to step up its effort, particularly in the area of counter-terrorism, and they have to look at this from a systemic approach, not just buying more arms and getting soldiers to this particular location, because you have to understand that the group they are facing itself has been evolving. From 2017, they used to carry out very quick, rapid attacks, typical guerrilla warfare, hit and run. But now we're seeing the group is growing in capacity, they're growing in size and growing in confidence, because the recent attack is typical of terrorist attack anywhere in the world. Particularly, you see this type of attacks a lot in Nigeria, where they target a part of a community or a town, and then they would go in and hold presence and hold their positions for much longer hours than they used to in 2017, 2018, when this insurgency began to rear its head. So it's very important that the government continues to build capacity for its military, as well as being able to anticipate this threats by boosting its intelligence gathering capacity, and also those very key international relationships that you need to face this transnational threat of terrorism.
Right. So what can the international community do to help? Because this insurgency has been going on for more than 3 years now, and it really just doesn't seem like it gets much attention in the international community.
Yeah, the last time we really saw a lot of attention was when the terrorists beheaded 50 people not so long ago, and that was where we really saw that international uproar. But we have to understand Mozambique is in the South African Development Community, which is one of the AU regional economic communities, and the international coalition or any international cooperation to counter this threat has to start from the SADC. We have to understand, the SADC, of course, has come out to say it has a plan, but not much has been said after that declaration. We've not seen any very clear policy objective as whether there's going to be a regional military coalition, or it's going to provide funding, or one particular country, let's say South Africa, which has the capacity, would spearhead the regional efforts to support Mozambique. But outside of the continent, we've also heard the United States even declaring two groups, one in Mozambique, one in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, that's the Allied Democratic Forces, the US, and then the group in Mozambique, the Alu Suna Wajama, as terrorist organization, because it says they are linked with ISIL. But that is an oversimplification of what's happening in Mozambique. We need a proper early warning mechanism. We need a regional specific and a program that really empowers the regional armies, not a foreign army coming from outside, because that would not necessarily work, as we have seen in West Africa, another part of the continent. Sorry.
Okay. All right, we're going to leave it there for now. Ovigwe Eguegu, thank you.